touchy. I mean, look at where that guy is.
And he put his hand on the horse.
That's assault, brother.
It is. And that's an animal. So you don't know what you're going to trigger by putting your hand on a horse. Like, it could literally trample you if you do that. Like,
I'm sure those horses are trained to attack and, defend themselves too. So
yeah, well, anyways, there was the No Kings protest this past weekend. And although most of them that I've seen were peaceful, there are, incidences like this where they just are testing the cops. And I think they're just trying to get the cops to do something to them, because I'm sure the left will focus in on when the cop pushes the guy back and say, look, it's police brutality. They are hurting us and blah, 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 blah. And they won't show the part where the guy went up to the horse and the cop and put his hands on him and yeah.
That's exactly right, guys. They want another January 6th. Don't give it to them. Don't take the bait, guys. I'm going to bet. I'm not going to bet anything, but I'm going to tell you right now with 100% certainty what they are trying to do is goad us. They're trying to bait us to do something stupid that they can try to use as another January 6th against us.
Yeah, and they do want to make it look like cops are the bad guys in this whole situation when, there's thousands of protesters out there. And even if most of them are peaceful, you're going to have the people that aren't, and the cops have to deal with them.
Yeah, that they want chaos. They want civil war. That's what they're going to thrive on the most. So we can't give it to them, guys. We got to just stand back and let them be the aggressors, let them be the ones in the wrong.
Right.
But I think you guys know that. If you're watching this show, you are already in the know, ahead of the curve. And we appreciate you guys coming in to check in with us. We are Speak Truth America, and I am Des.
And I'm Serene.
It's a show where we are pro-God,
pro-freedom, and pro-truth. We're just a couple of hippie patriots bringing you what the TV can't televise.
That's right. We got producer Brian back there making it all look professional. Ow. Yeah, welcome to
Episode 27. Wow, crazy.
Yeah, it's flying by, right?
Yeah. But anyways, I know there's been a lot of narrative around the Mexican flag in particular being flown at a lot of these protests and riots and all of that we've seen this past week.
That's right.
And I just want to make it very clear that there are a ton of legal immigrants, specifically Mexicans, who came here legally, who are totally against this, who love America, who want to defend this country, who don't condone any of this behavior. And they are actually out there on the streets as well, standing up for our country. And it's amazing to see.
That's right. Latinos, Chicanos, Mexican Americans are MAGA too.
They are. Actually, they're the ones that got Trump over the line because their voting base, their demographic voted for Trump in higher numbers than any other Republican in history. So that's really amazing. And we stand with them.
Yeah. So let's not forget that. Let's keep that in there.
Yeah. Check out this video. These are true warriors here. Yeah, get it.
Love it. Hold the line. Hey, you guys, protesting is awesome. It is one of the things that makes this country awesome.
We don't condone burning the American flag at all. And we're Mexican, dog.
Yeah.
We don't burn the flag at all. At all. Nobody's burning no flag.
Love that.
Right. You can protest, and that is what makes it great. Doesn't matter. Yeah, that's good. Go out there, use your voice, but don't burn the flag. Don't disparage the people who have fought and died for that flag.
That flag is what unifies us. It doesn't matter where you came from, doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter who you are. We all are covered under that flag. And I love seeing people who immigrated to this country standing up for that flag, for our freedom, for our unity, for our country. It's so cool to see.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. That's what we got to do, guys. We got to hold the line.
Yeah. And I know they want to run this narrative that, MAGA doesn't care about immigrants, and which is just so ridiculous. And just that we're against immigration in general. And it's just like they think it's like us against the immigrants, which is just such a crazy
It's only
narrative.
people who've never been to a MAGA rally.
I know,
say that.
right?
When you go to a MAGA rally, you're going to see all walks of people there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so this was from actually the riots where this all began, and in LA, and this was a restaurant, Salvadorian restaurant, obviously immigrants, and they were actually bringing the police in that were getting hurt by these crazy rioters, and they were helping them. They were like giving them first aid and stuff. So, that just goes against the whole narrative about immigrants right now.
Mm-hmm. Let's take a look.
Yeah, so that just goes to show, like, they actually care about the cops. They know that the cops also help protect them. So it's really great to see the narrative being shattered.
Right. Who doesn't understand how immigrants are for MAGA, for the country? It's people who are not a part of it. And it's just like the people who are most against illegal immigration are the legal immigrants. Even the fake news is reporting on this, but you don't even need to go to the fake news to know this. But let's just.
But it's cool to see the fake news actually having to admit it.
They can't deny it. So let's take a look at their little report on it.
Again, there is no block of voters that shifted more to the right from 2020 to 2024 than immigrant voters, and Donald Trump, at least in some surveys, actually won that vote. On average, it's about equal. So there may be all this stuff, right, about undocumented immigrants and Trump being harsh on them, but immigrant voters themselves have increasingly liked Donald Trump and have increasingly moved to the right on immigration and into the Republican camp.
That's because they didn't cut the line. They did it the right way. Like, my whole dad's side of the family immigrated from the Philippines, and they waited 10 years to get here. They absolutely hate that there are people coming here illegally, not going through the processes, not paying the money, not waiting in line, that they're just allowed to cut the line and be welcomed in and not have to assimilate. Like, immigrants don't like that. And when you do it the right way, they have so much honor and respect for this country because they've had to learn about it, because there's a whole process you go through when you are becoming a citizen, where you have to learn the history. You got to take the test. You got to do all the things.
Yeah, I think people are confused. It's not about opening the door to let other people come in and bring their culture. I mean, you bring your culture into the country, sure. But you don't try to take over the country. You don't try to take over the culture of the country. You come in here to become an American, to become a part of our culture. It's called
assimilation.
Right. You come here and you honor and you salute and you have your allegiance to this flag and this country alone.
Right.
It's not like, well, I'm an allegiance to where I came from first and then I'm an American. No. You come here to be an American. That means you have allegiance. You pledge allegiance to this country and to your countrymen. That's what that's about. Not about bringing it in so that you can be, no, this country isn't your sidecar, your side person, your side B, this is your main, this is who you're marrying.
Main squeeze.
Your main squeeze. You're marrying this country. We're coming together. That's what immigration comes in.
Yeah. Like, even when I talked to my dad on the phone, because he lives in LA and he's so disgusted by everything that's going on, he told me, I don't fly a Filipino flag. I fly an American flag.
That's right.
Because this is where I live. This is my country now. Like, so you proud to be an American. Like, if you're not going to be proud to be an American and to be here and to respect this country and this flag, then why are you here?
Right. Like, you're proud to be where you're from, proud to be Native American, proud to be Filipino. From that culture, but you're also proud. Your number one is that you're proud to be a part of this country. Native Americans show up to defend this country more than any other demographic per capita.
Yeah. And I think a lot of the Mexican people are really upset seeing their home country's flag being raised in the middle of this chaos and destruction. So let's roll this clip because this guy is talking about it and it's really cool.
Let's take it right from them.
Mr. President Donald Trump, this video is for you, my friend. Hey, estas personas no nos representan. Ellos no nos representan, estos terroristas. El verdadero latino, el verdadero mexicano, levantamos con mucho orgullo la bandera de Estados Unidos. Gracias a los Estados Unidos, gracias a esa linda gente de Estados Unidos que trabaja, gracias a todos los latinos trabajadores. Estoy hablando de todos los latinos que son trabajadores honrados, no se merecen que estos estén representándonos, estos están usando nuestra bandera, ¿para qué? Para nada, nos están denigrando, están hablando mal del buen mexicano, del buen trabajador. Nosotros amamos y estamos muy agradecidos con el pueblo de Estados Unidos por vernos abierto sus puertas para trabajar y sacar nuestras familias adelante. Así es de que viva Norteamérica, mi gente bonita latina.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
That they're standing up.
Yeah, that's awesome. And, that's what needs to be underscored. That's the balance, too. We got to keep that in mind. And, it's awesome to hear that Spanish being spoken, too, with such pride.
Exactly.
Now, a lot of people, it can get dangerous out there because we've seen what's happened, in LA and everything. Not many people are talking about this, but in Utah, somebody got killed. This man right here, Arthur Liu, a bystander out there in the crowd, he was shot by one of their own peacekeepers at the crowd. Now, these events can get deadly, like we've seen here. The people organizing these things need to start to think about whether or not what they're doing is warranted, because they're filling people up with fear, and then it creates the possibility of danger for the people that are there, as we see here. This man was shot and killed by one of their own. Jeez. It's protesters making a protest, causing fear and alarm, and then when somebody comes there with a gun, it gets out of hand. None of these are MAGA people.
Not the cops.
None of it was the cops, and their own people shot their own people. So this is getting out of hand, guys.
And I don't hear an uproar from the left about it.
Yeah, we'll just keep.
If it was a cop, can you imagine the riots in the streets that we'd have?
MAGA hat person, you never would hear that.
It's like, oh, it was one of our own.
This one, we're going to move on. We're just going to pretend like there's no consequences. So there are consequences to spreading this fear and unnecessary mayhem. But we're gonna move right along, and unfortunately, I'm sorry to this man.
Yeah, God bless his soul.
Tragedy. But if you are a fan of this country and you do love this country, then this should warm your heart. We're going to end it on a high note here of showing you the good things.
On the same exact day that all of this was going on, right? We had the Army's birthday, we had Flag Day, and just so happens Donald Trump was born on the same day. So that's divine timing. All the left was trying to say that it was like this parade that Trump was throwing for his birthday, but it was for the military and for Flag Day. So check it out because this was pretty badass.
Yeah, they're spiking military enrollment.
Look at all those people.
Those fascists. Pardon the squeaking.
And they were trying to say that nobody showed up, but I saw a really big crowd there, and I'm sure it went on for miles. Yeah, and I know they're trying to say that this is fascism and all of that, but these are the people that protect us and the reason we have a country. Freedom is not free, unfortunately, and so we have to fight to keep it. And so honoring the people who are fighting and have fought to keep it is the least that we can do.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, I think that's about all we got for you today. Yeah. If you guys liked today's episode, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, all the things. Please. And remember that we're all here for a purpose, and it's up to us to create a better, more truthful world together. So always seek the truth and always speak the truth, even if your voice shakes.
That's right, you guys. And remember to stay powered up in the armor of God, because it's only through him, Jesus Christ, that we can do all things.
Amen. All right. See you guys next time.
All right.
Much love.